I could get in on Dan's legs.
Sammy Henson doesn't have rugs, they're too soft.
I got the Gorilla Hulk.
And I'm gonna tell you why you're wrong.
I like it. Ramos. You can't call us hillbillies, Mr. Taylor.
I don't ever bet against Kyle Day.
They just started having like Peppelman babies.
David Taylor's the man.
Lee started shouting from the heels that I call Chris Taylor a big fat guy. Including the Cooperman autographed jockstrap Roper tweeted about today. Let's do it. Whoa!
Quick
Just
start.
slow rolled it. We got a dog in here. Ah! You see that chin defense?
See that caffeine kick in?
Preview number 4 on the day.
Got my Arizona State shirt on.
Dang, shout out to Joel Smith. Hoping he gets the wild card. Hoping. Was it Meeks losing was the reason why things got kind of shaken up at that weight?
Think so.
Dadgummit! Always pulling for Georgia boys.
That's the MAC preview.
I'm gonna
We already did that one.
pull up the other preview real quick. I had it on my other machine. Talk amongst yourselves.
Look, we forgot the first 3 previews we did, but we're doing like a pirate radio thing at NCAA's to where if you're watching at home or you're in the building and you want to know where exciting stuff is going on, or for just some reason you enjoy listening to his voice.
Smooth honey tongue.
That just made me throw up in my mouth. You're just a masochist and enjoy inflicting pain on yourself.
Get tougher. Listen to my whiny twang.
We'll put out the link where we're going to be broadcasting from. We're just excited we get to be on Press Row. These 2 clowns actually are a tad bit official. Tad little bit.
I'm sure they'll get revoked at some point throughout the
Oh,
day.
yeah. They'll be like, these guys? What? No.
EIWA might be as deep as it's been in a minute.
Dude, you remember heavyweight a few years ago, how deep it was in EIWA? Where you had Flores and Ray and who's the Rutgers guy?
Somebody posted a New Jersey state champion picture today. It's like happy New Jersey state championship weekend, and Zach Ray was in it. And he's like my size in high school. He's so tiny.
He ain't your size.
And we'll talk about it as we run it down. It's kind of a testament to what a lot of these programs have done that are in the EIWA.
Smoke's back there.
Hey, Smoke, come up here, bud. Come here, Smoke. Can you see Smoke?
There he is.
Kaiser's like, I'm fat. Get me in the frame. So, and like I said, it's kind of a testament. Cornell's been the front runner for the last couple years, but American
We just poked
Hofstra,
the bear back there. He's going to be up on
he's
us
gonna
the
be
whole
up
time.
Columbia's starting to put those top guys in there. Rutgers has always kind of been up there, but they're heading to Big Tens next year, and then we'll talk a little bit about Boston U. I might just get on a podcast today and just rant for about an hour.
I'm trying to get him to do it. He won't. I just want to get him on and just rant about the fret wellness that goes on in his brain. There's no telling
that
what
could
you'll
be
get.
dangerous. I might end up getting myself in a little bit of trouble.
He never stopped you before.
You're right. So we're going 125. Garrett.
Yeah, I wanted to make him do it, see if he remembers.
Teagmore, Tayrall,
Boom, boom, we
Franco, Petrov, Cruz, White, Richardson, McCabe, and then the kind of guys outside looking in, Campbell, McGinley, and Godfried.
Nashon Garnett, as Fredwell likes to call him.
That's a good combination.
I wish
if
I
you
could be
put
that combo.
Garnett and Garrett and morph them into one person.
They would be even.
No, sir.
I told you, we poked the bear. They're going to start wrestling and biting each other on the face back here. Nashon Garrett has demolished the 100. I shouldn't say demolished. He's just trucked the 125 field. He's definitely your number 1 wrestler going into NCAA's, your number 1 wrestler here. I don't see him having much of a problem, even though Tayrall is probably the most fun guy in the country to watch wrestle. He throws
Petrov, too.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge Petrov fan after the scuffle. That dude, he'll kitch and sink it. So there's some really good matchups. Cruz Petrov is going to be good. Caleb Richardson could go in there and blow up the side of the bracket and get some upsets going, but I really think you'll see Tayrall Franco, but Nashon Garrett's he's gonna win this weight.
Yeah, and like you said, man, we got to see Tayrall and
Is
Petrov
any
at the
match
scuffle.
closer than 5 points?
Nah. I mean,
Margin of victory,
and
5 points, over, under.
And I'll say this, I don't want to say he's bad on the mat because he's not by any stretch.
Who, Garrett?
Yeah.
He's an unbelievable
He's a hammer
wrestler.
on the mat. This is what I'm saying. He's if you can neutralize him, in neutral, look what Joey Dance did. Joey Dance kept the match very close. Not like Joey Dance is a bad neutral wrestler. He's been a great neutral wrestler his whole career, but he's young. We're talking about Garrett being at the big stage already. It was a close match until they got to the mat. You can't beat. I don't think you beat him. Megaludis, in my opinion, is the only guy in this weight class that can beat him this year. I think if...
Dylan Peters.
Oh, man, I just...
Splash a little Mac EIWA in there.
Nah, I don't know. But Petrov, Tayrao, they're live on the internet. If you don't pick up two of these guys' matches, dude, Petrov hammer on top. Tayrao, like he said, kitchen sink it. Fun guys to watch. Your American wrestler.
Tayrao might kitchen sink a little too much.
He might Tayrao himself.
But fun to watch, man.
Yeah, great guy. Fun watching him at the Scuffle. But, you know, Garrett's going to...
Shout out Caleb Richardson, watching that dude wrestle since he was knee-high to a grasshopper.
Knee-high to a grasshopper? I've always heard chicken. But I grew up kind of down here in the South, redneck style.
Dude, I'm from Morgan County. It don't get
knee-high to a chicken.
Don't get more redneck.
Knee-high to a grasshopper is...
even shorter.
Even shorter. I'll let you go, and then I'm going to talk about my boy.
So 133, we got 4 spots going NCAAs. Mason Beckman, Mark Gray, Colton Rashi, Jamel Hudson, Benny Delafive, Angelo Amenta, Kevin DeBoy, Dane Harlow. Some of the other guys, you got Ruiz, Franklin and Marshall, Jeffrey Ott, Harvard, Finachario from Brown.
That should be a Rutgers guy.
Messed that up.
That guy should be at Rutgers.
Garrett Fry, your Princeton guy, who has had a kind of a rough season, but man, he's had a lot of success in the past, so you can't count that guy
Is
out.
Jeffrey Ott an Ott?
No,
He's not an Ott?
he's not. I mean, he is an Ott, but he's not
Is
the
he from the
Ott.
Ott family?
He's
How
not
do you
the
know
Ott
that?
you're thinking about.
How do you know?
Just I know these things.
All right, cool. Team Chicken Zombie, Mason Beckman's had a great year. Up a weight, I think that's the perfect move for him. He's looked solid all season. Came out looking like $1 million in the All-Star Classic. I've always enjoyed watching this cat wrestle. Mark Gray, I tell you, man, Mark Gray is a gigantic 133-pounder. I don't know how he makes 133. He's huge. Obviously a heralded prep career. I think Beckman's a little too senior for Gray at this point in his career.
They hadn't wrestled this year.
I don't think they have.
Nope.
Rashi and Hudson and Delafave could make things
Delafave
could make things interesting. But I think this might be Beckman's definitely making the finals. Things could shake up a little weird down low between Gray and Rashi, but I think you're going to see Ray and Beckman in the finals here.
Delafave and Gray had a sudden victory, like 5-4 match, something like that, 6-4, something around that during the season. So really, man, I don't know how those semis are going to shake out. I would be surprised if Beckman and Gray didn't make it, but there's definitely a chance for some upset.
Fry has been out, like he said. He's only had like 6 or 7 matches. Dude's got the talent to push a lot of these guys, so depending on where he falls in the bracket, could end up being a style / early matchup trouble for some of these guys that are looking to go. 4 spots are being taken.
You don't want him first round.
Yeah, you don't. It definitely is something that could throw somebody a curveball. Top 4 in this weight go, and then you got about 2 or 3 guys on the outside looking in that could splash it up a little bit. Splash, splash.
I almost just splashed my
You
iPhone
almost
off
just
the table.
spun it completely off the table. Durso, Nevinger, Vaith, Preston, Gardner, Dippery, Beistel, Locksmith. A lot of those guys you heard household names when they were in high school.
Unbelievable prep career in this weight class. Still
Rowett,
tough kids too.
not even going to try it. Tyler from Army, Camphora, and Laster from Princeton.
Rollins on. I'll
That's
give it a
not
shot.
bad. Rowan's on. Shout out to Dragon, Red Dragon, Paul Young at Army doing it big. Hoosier grad. Love me some Paul Young.
One of the nicest guys
Oh,
on the planet.
just a pleasant individual. We don't say the word pleasant enough.
For a good reason.
Pleasant individual. Why?
I tell you, Nevinger, I really thought this was going to be the year he kind of jumped to the top of 141 and maybe made a run at being NCAA champ, but he's had some ups and downs through the years, but definitely one of the better guys. Durso's one of the tougher guys to score on in this weight class. So athletic and explosive. Vaith has been around for a while, having success at the highest level. Todd Preston was a Blair guy. You've been watching him wrestle all the time. He's pretty tough, had some good wins. Lake Gardner started off real hot. I
Isn't
like
he
watching.
like 7'12"?
I like-
He's super tall. For
I like
this weight?
watching him. I like watching him wrestle. So I really think Dippery.
Taking 5 spots here.
I think Dippery needs a little more seasoning, a little more salt and pepper on him.
Little macate sauce.
Little macate sauce.
Little sprinkle, little macate sauce.
I don't know why, but it creeps me out when you do that. Man, this is just a deep weight. 1 through 8 is tough, man. It's pretty even too. I'm on
Shout out to Fraunhofer and company, man, at Columbia.
Nevinger. Nevinger wins.
They're starting to take these guys and develop them, man. And I'll tell you, man, I wouldn't be surprised if I still gets a ticket to the NCAAs.
5 spots going.
Yeah, 5 spots going. There's probably, Joe Locksmith's tough Navy guy. There's 8 guys really that got to cram into a 5-passenger bus here. What you gonna do? I don't know.
I think they're gonna wrestle.
I know. Rest of the matches. I didn't make my pick. I'm going to say Durso takes it. We probably have a Durso-Nevinger final. Lake Gardner's a scary draw for a lot of these guys.
Lefty lead. Those lefties hard to wrestle.
So you might see Lake Gardner pushing the pace top semifinal round. Might be giving some second thoughts to some of those top seeded guys. Villalonga, Minotti, Rigorello, Crop, Theobald, Lopez, Johnson, Blanco, and then you're outside looking in guys, Lindsay, Benaldi, Cirillo, Torville, Boston U wrestler. Got to give Boston U some love. I'm going to try not to get on a rant during this preview. As Valonga is what they called him all weekend long at the national duels. Valonga.
I thought it was Bader and...
No, the Big Ten guys called him Valonga. I don't know. He's kind of been around wrestling for a year or two.
I'm just trying to make an awkward pause.
You can't make it awkward with me sitting here, dude. I'll do a little bit of that. Awkward sprinkles.
So Villalonga's had a great season, 25-2 on the year, lost to Maple and Dardanes. He's one of those guys you expected to have an unbelievable college career because of what he did as a prep. He's starting to do it now, wrestling at the level everybody thinks he should be wrestling at. Minotti's had a really good season, had the crazy Midland finals where he won it in the last second or maybe in overtime. He's been hammering, Easton PA guy. He's been hammering this year. Your love for the Rugarello family is well documented.
But it was just Lou. You've made that like the property of association or whatever that is in math. It was just Lou. Because he ran bars and I like bars.
You don't like Cody. I see how it is. Adam Kropp's tough. He's a hammer. He's got some good wins. And Theobald's really good from Rutgers too. You only got 4 spots available. You got 5 really tough guys. So somebody's going to be waiting on that at-large berth. I really think Theobald I think he's probably a little better.
Just saying the word at-large berth just made me see a lot of things.
I was an at-large berth. I was like 10.2 pounds.
That's what I'm saying. I
was gigantic.
I don't want a visualization of a human man weighing 145 pounds covered in gross fluid.
Just I came out with about this hairline and this beard, 10.2 pounds.
149-pound birth would just be so awful to watch. God almighty. Oh. I don't even know how to recover from this.
Villalonga's going to win. Minotti's going to be in the finals with him. Villalonga's going to be an All-American this year.
Without a doubt, man. And it's not a sympathy thing. It's not a sentimental thing. Dude is coming on at the right time. Had a great... Yeah, he's had a great dual season. Or not dual season. He's had a great national duels. Come off with some big wins there. But I'll tell you, man...
He's going to wrestle some tight ones, though.
I was about to say that. He will give you a little bit of edge of your seat action because he's not going to go out there and score 12 points on these top guys. He's going to wrestle a very calculated match. And, hey, no secret this kid knows how to win. I definitely think you're going to see him at the top of the podium, or on the podium, but at NCAA's top of the podium here. Not he's a gamer, though. he's a gamer. Beat my boy.
Beat your boy Blue.
Where you going, man?
I'm
Why
going
are
to
you using the
157.
arrow key? Why don't
I'm
you
old school,
double
dude.
finger scroll it, dude?
I go too far. My fingers go too hard. 157 pounds. There are 5 spots available. Good luck with that one. Nestor Toffer's your 1 seed. Real Buto from Cornell's your 2. Napoli's your 3. Bethia from Penn is your 4. Those top 4 guys are studs. Paul Hancock's 5. Moylan 6.
I'm not coming out until
Scheidel
next
7.
night.
Parati 8. Then you got
Yeah.
Somer, Morano, Grimaldi,
I have to. I didn't
Calendar,
put deodorant on.
Johnson.
I was getting sticky
Yeah,
down there.
it's
Whew.
bad. He's got some pit stains going on underneath.
No, I
there.
do not. Look at that.
Nestor
at that.
Toffer. I'm gonna have to color correct that later. Nestor Toffer from Boston is, dude. I don't think you could fit any more muscle on that dude's body. He stretches that buffalo single.
And I'm
single
saying
to the
this with
max.
all due respect. He's 4'2". How do you score on this cat?
It's hard. It's not easy.
It's like wrestling a bowling ball.
but if anybody can, Real Buto
diesel.
can, because he don't do things normal.
No, Robuto is just enough.
He's a little sprinkle of Kyle Dake to me.
A little sprinkle of funky with a big old heaping helping of a Dardanes and some kitchen sink type guys. For an underclassman, young kid, dude, he has had an awesome season. Don't want to wrestle this guy in a phone booth for sure. Napoli's that guy that's been kind of hanging out on the edge too, that could squeak up in there and give some trouble. I wouldn't be surprised seeing Napoli in the finals. I don't know. I think Taufer and Bethia did wrestle this year. I don't know how that played out. I should know better than that. I think he did lose to Bethia, but I'm not 100% sure. But I'm telling you, man, for me, Taufer getting on the podium or winning this conference and getting on the podium, I don't think the AD is going to be like, hey, we have an All-American, let's keep the program. But it'd be a good way for this cat to go out as a
Same
senior
thing
man.
happened in Greensboro.
So yeah, I mean, it's like the program drops when you're having that great season. But and we could talk about that another day. But I think this is a 4-horse race, and the only reason I say that is because Bethia has that win over Toffer. If he doesn't, then I think this is a 3-horse race. But
I'm going Real Buto. Those Cornell freshmen, there's something about them, man.
Cole,
And
new
Cole.
named associate head coach in Han, Gray, all those cats up there.
Cole and Co.
Cole and Company Inc. It's going to be a fun way to watch these top 4 guys scrap it out.
I'm going Toffer, Rebuto final. Rebuto getting funky, creative to score some points, and riding out tough on top for the EIWA title.
Grimaldi, who I think is a New Jersey guy, and I'm not just saying that because of his last name. Pretty sure he's a
You
New
think
Jersey
every
guy.
kid that's named ends in I is from New Jersey?
I mean, let's do a Pepsi challenge on that. I guarantee you the pie goes whoop, and then there's like that much that's not New Jersey. Come on, whatever.
Catfish on that one.
You know, he's not fooling me because he went to Harvard. He's a Jersey guy. He can't hide his last name from me. Grimaldi. What I was going to say is Grimaldi's one of those guys that's solid prep career. I think he's about a year out, but I wouldn't be surprised if he maybe knocks off one of these 5 through 8 seed guys coming through.
I'm going to disagree with that one.
All right,
Are we going to
disagree.
pause? Are we going to chop 157, start back 165?
Sure, why
Because we're
not? It
trying
makes
to-
it look like more content.
We're
when
trying to
putting
keep
stuff
these
out.
things shorter, too, because nobody wants to listen to us for 50 minutes.
Well, then don't tune in.
Hey,
If you're
easy.
scared, go to church. I don't